So, one of my main goals in life is against all tides, against all possible potential things that would suit me instant gratificationally or would save my ass in some way, that I'd hope if I was in a serious situation, say example, Nazi Germany, people doing the salute, and one guy's just standing there putting his arm down at his own risk of his own life, and like it's so important. Like life, society throughout history is like people in hard times under tyranny. A lot of it where we're here now is people decide to tell the truth, and like the truth is something that's like if you're aligned with the truth, if you're a leader, you don't need to use force. You convince people to join you and they follow you because you make sense, you're competent, whatever, and like taking responsibility for things and all that. But like like a lot of organizations are pretty shit poor. It's like there's nobody in this facility or any facility likely. If I went to them and said that something was going on, like something wrong in the company, would they stand up against their boss or would they take the leap? It's like Ryan Holiday. I guess he exited out. It was what was it? Some clothing company. He was working with, and like the boss ended up burning himself out. He wouldn't sleep. He over caffeinated. But like Ryan Holiday stepped out of that business when he saw that it was turning sour. And I don't remember if he spoke up about it, but I know he didn't join it. But like when something is going on and like your society is telling lies or whatever, say like back then in Russia during the 1900s, the 1800s or 1900s, turn of the century, like you have these people who like tyranny is supported by the lie, like everyone's lying to each other and like being propagandistically in love with things, and though like not necessarily it's like that nowadays, but I don't know what I was to say. Just whatever, I'll just sidetrack onto something random. um so one thing while I've been in here is been the blessing is I've just been doing 100 push-ups. I've probably done like 500 by now and I feel pretty decent. Like every single day, like there's an anxiety that like builds with my body. If I don't work out, I get groggy, tired. And there used to be these 8-pound weight balls here, but they got rid of those for whatever God knows stupid reason. And they're also supposed to replace a video game console. Nobody ever did it, like because they're irresponsible. Like they don't really care. Like people, in general, like they slack. They don't work that hard. They don't really think about how they picture their position in the system and how can affect that system and like take responsibility for things. And most people are just like passively like, yes, boss, I'll do this thing, won't ruffle any feathers, and please pay me. Which is how companies can rot oftentimes. If like there's too much authority, there's not enough space for thought or inquiry or some sort of unity with the employers and the employees. Like it's like for the most part nowadays, most companies is like you're waste random trash. Like who cares? We'll just replace you. There's millions of people, and I don't know how many companies are like actually valuing their employees, investing into their employees. Like later on when I have my own businesses, like two things I'm going to do is make sure they have a cafeteria and make sure they have a gym, and then maybe some good books or something like that. And like what would normally be like a 8 to 10 hour work week, take 2 of those hours or one, and like for exercise and study, like because employees do better when they're like given free time to explore their own hobbies and wants in life and have some freedom instead of just like it's something like if you grind 80 hours a day, you are less productive than someone that just does 50. So you can like there's a diminishing return, but yeah, like there's something wrong. Like tell your boss, like I noticed this, it's bothering me, and maybe they'll fire you. But I think your integrity, I think who you are is better than external gains. Like everyone sells themselves out for a price, It's like whoever you are, like you're probably a slave to your boss, or you're a slave to maybe your wife, or you're a slave. Like people control your wants, and like you can you could live meagerly. You could still reach happiness if you spoke and thought reason, and you thought good things, and you contributed to society in some way, or helped your friends, or like you want to have a duty outside of yourself and something that motivates you to serve and protect and grow something that you love. And then also you want to, you know, keep things like at a distance and remember not to be too invested. Like when you're laying your kid down to rest, give him a kiss and like, you know, it's like, you may not be here tomorrow. And like, you should accept that. You should accept everything. Like, amor fati, love of fate, everything you do. Just accept, love it, and try to find as much peace and tranquility you can with whatever good or bad situation you're in. And yeah, like my goal is now like, I want to be a Navy SEAL. Yeah, I want to start media companies. Yeah, I want to build engineering companies and create products. But ultimately, like, contingency against all that is just study all the philosophy that I can cram in my head. And by the time I'm like 80, like I'll be an impenetrable fortress who is like Diogenes the cynic, or the dog, or whatever. He's like Alexander the Great comes to him and like what is there anything I could do for you, oh great Socrates, or not Socrates, what was his name, Diogenes, and he tells Alexander to step out of my son, and what do you want? The most powerful man in the world, and it's like, get out of my son. And then Alexander the Great, he ends up saying, if I could not be Alexander, I would be Diogenes. And like Diogenes used to walk backward in crowds, well, like in a theater or something, and someone like, why are you walking backwards? It's like, why are you questioning me walking backwards when you're walking backwards in life? And like, that's so many people. That's like the average person, like mediocre masses. Now, I have high hopes that you can increase the competency and skill level of the mediocre masses over time. But for the most part, it's like people are shitheads. They're nasty, lying, cheating, stealing, selfish, like grubby, annoying, awkward, fragile. That's the biggest thing that pisses me off. Not really pisses me off, but like I'm worried about it. It's like, fuck, like everyone's insecure except for fucking me. That's great. That's great to feel, but it's rough. It's like you gotta watch your mouth around people. They can get very like neurotic, and like a lot of people are just like so emotional, and they don't necessarily take their emotions as their responsibility. They might blame, like, I don't know, say me, to whatever degree that I elicit negative emotions in people, which I'm not quite so sure. I think at this point, like, I elicit mostly positive things, but yeah, that's the video. Stay independent, work towards your life, fear not death, fear not the troubles of life, be a slave to no one.